check some sound levels. A link up somewhere. You can catch up now, YouTube. Stellar. There is a noise gate issue. For sure. Check that. Oh, yeah. That's better. I think. Hi, Twisty. How are you? Hi, Mimi. Yes, that would be me. Okay, I've checked my sound. I can take myself out of my ear. The delay always is a thing. Let's see. Yeah, good question. Let's just do that differently. Taking a break and cooking food, 2 hours. That is nice. Good, good. Islands boy, hello. Thank you for joining. Yum, yum, yum. What shall we pull? We shall pull something that is a solid base. Nim, nim, nim. Hey, 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 hey. Hiya. Play Dreamcatcher Maison. Yes. I don't think being greenery made it in here. Sadly. What am I doing? What am I doing? Focus. Focus, girl, focus. No greenbot knows. Oh, you can play greenbot while we do this. If it's not offline. Handang solo is awesome. What am I doing in life? Someone save me. The ending of Handang song. Yeah, it's so good. Just search Chinese with all the instruments falling away. It's fantastic. No, that doesn't work. I need. Maybe that does work. Does that work? Look at me pondering. Yeah, that might work. Let's do that. I'm going to make Chels happy. If I say that, what does that mean? Gonna make Chels happy. Not peering. Happy, guys. Happy. You guys didn't understand the brief here. But of course you both instantly went there. Greenbot video, yes, that'll do. Never freaking mind. Yes, yes. You delete that stuff. Isn't Chelsea's wedding march? Love shake video. She would genuinely love a love shake video, but that's not it. I know, maybe Chelsea will show up, else I'll surprise her with it later. The fact that Dreamcatcher released a song about the world ending and then you have a bunch of scientists being arrested for warning us about the end of the world due to global warming. Yeah. Welcome to the state of the world. It was a well-timed song. I don't know where Chelsea is. Someone find Chels while I sort this. Yes, Nikhil, where's the fiance? Intro. That was the one I was looking for. The album, though, guys, even with all the issues right now, I am loving that album. Hey, Nikhil, where's Chels? Yes, and Chels also likes Deja Vu. We will be going through Deja Vu. Yeah, Doom. That is exactly what we're doing. And I'm just trying to decide what counts, because does this count? I kind of think it counts. We should make up some rules on what counts as shoe catcher content and what doesn't. So for those who don't know, Chelsea's our Mac name. She's a frequent visitor of the live streams and on the Discord a lot. And she has been begging me for a shoe catcher video for ages. So that's what I'm going to do today. We'll probably get through it unless I get tied up talking all the time. But we should make up some rules. And yes, she's teased mercilessly every day, but you know, she's the maknae. That kind of comes with the territory. You get all the love and free passes on whatever you do, but you also get teased to high hell. And been forced into marriage. Well, yes. That's kind of a thing. I'm not gonna deny it. And the shoe catcher thing is because we have a kind of a running joke that basically, because they do a lot of running, we also see their shoes, like focus on their shoes at least once every MV. Which is just hilarious. So Chelsea's making me do a video. And since today has been a little stressful, And comeback period has been exceptionally tiring, in the very right way, really, because I've been loving the album and all the comeback content and just the girls. But yes, I wanted something simple. Jad! Oh no, Nikhil, I'm sorry your internet is trash. That sucks. I'm not pulling their shoes out of the something cover. I still haven't watched that. I'm also not getting his shoes, although damn, his shoes are visible now looking at it. The something cover was something though. I saw a bit more of it today. I managed a little bit more, respectfully. This is also actually the first time that I notice that someone is lying here. Don't know how I missed that, but totally fine, Pi. You go ahead. I'll catch you later. If you can get on later, that's great. And else, there is the Discord. Just come have fun with us there. And yes, yeah, we are. I kind of want this scene now just because of the person on the floor. I'm not gonna. But I want it. How are we all holding up? Are we okay? Nice cuddles. Tired from work. Long day. Yeah, the NFC bullshit isn't helping me either. So I get. I'm that tired and I didn't even manage to get around to watching the video you posted earlier, and at this point I'm not even sure if I managed to get to it today at all. I'm sorry about that. About you being so busy and tired, of course, not about the not watching. I mean, that's totally fine. Oof, 144p is not great, Hakim. I'm sorry. If I'm very quiet, it's just because I'm tired. Testing today, been up since 4 a.m. working. It's 1 p.m. 1 p.m. now. Oh man, that's totally fine, Twisty. Thank you for being here and just catch some chill vibes, hopefully. That would just be good. Today has been a day and a half for everyone, I think. Oh wow, my stream was on 720p on this 3G. Now it's all stable. Hello, it's going on. Hey, you're back. Good. Glad that it's working. We are doing shoe catcher for Chels. Because after the day we've had, we are just going to look at pretty MVs and chill together and just... Does he count for shoe catcher, by the way? Yeah, it's also not doing wonders for my day, gotta admit. I guess we can show him in. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I'll cut it at least, and then we'll go from there. It's mostly about the fascination that Dreamcatcher seems to have about filming someone's feet, I guess. This day was a mess plus no sleep. Oh man. Top 5 from the album, go. Starlight, Locked Inside a Door, No Dot, Beautiful, Maison. With She on solo and Guy on solo a very close second. Yeah, somewhere there. The childhood dream has come true, yes. Oh. Maison, She on solo, Locked Inside a Door, Starlight, No Dot. Yeah, I don't hate. I don't hate at all. Did we have Shoecatcher here or just... No. That was used first, that I just kind of zapped over. Come here, you. There. I really do love Locked Inside the Door, though. Although the English is killing me. Why? Starlight, Entrancing, No Dot, Maison, and for the 5th I'll go with Together. Ask me in an hour again and that might change. Yeah, Together is awesome. I think that's, for me, that's after She on solo and Guy on solo, which are super on par for me. And literally everything else comes after that. I did hear the instrumental for Locked Inside the Door and I freaking love it. Being Greenery has played it quite a few times already. I caught it on at least one of the plays. Shit mode's totally fine. I'm sorry she's feeling down. I get it. All the hugs to the matinee. This is kind of X-Catcher, but I mean, we do get feet. No Dot, Beautiful, Locked Inside the Door, Maison, always. Starlight, Entrancing, Beautiful, Locked Inside the Door, and Playground. As a matter of fact, I know. I know. Playground is so nice, though. It is a really good song. And it's just so fun. And Guyon. Like, I know the order was like age related, but it's kind of really nice that we end with Guyon's super cute Playground. She on solo is aptly named Entrancing. I can't explain how much I'm in love with this song. Yeah, it is. No, it's not true. I wanted to say that it didn't really vibe with me during in the medley, but it didn't stand out to me all that much. And then I heard it on the album and I was like, oh crap, this is really good. And then there was the concert and it just, yeah, that performance blew me away and I've been loving the song so much more since then. The ending where she does the thing someone mentioned about like going fragile. Yeah, she has that amazing ability to let her voice just sort of, go fragile. It's really the best way to describe it too. It's just so kind of soft and yeah, I love it. Shion solo is epic. Ending anime material, yes. Seriously, they need to just put her in a bunch of OSTs already. Wait, can I change my list? I forgot about Handong. Yes, you can. I struggle for hours upon hours trying to figure out if No Dot or Beautiful is my number one. Oh, I so get that. Yes, I totally get you. I felt kind of disappointed listening in the medley, thinking Shion deserves better, but the full song, my god, so good. And the stage performance just completed it. That is entirely me. Like, it just absolutely blew me away in the stage, but also on the album listen already, because the medley, I don't know why, maybe they just wanted to hold back something, and not give away like the full experience of it, which I would totally get. But it kind of was, they didn't pick the best part for the medley as far as I'm concerned. It didn't have that fragileness that is in the full song, that you just, that sense of melancholy and sort of I don't know, that vibe of wanting to go back to the past, kind of. Shush you. But just that song hit so hard. Also, can I just list my top 14? No. I just love blasting No Dot in the car. I love blasting No Dot everywhere. Although, yes, I do agree that making a top 14 and then basically putting them all in one is the only way to rank the songs. Beautiful is totally Dance Around the Kitchen banger. Yes, it is so much fun. I can't get an over tomboy schoolgirl dummy during a performance. That was so cute and so, I don't know, it was great with her backpack on. Just, yeah, brilliant. Does this count? No, doesn't count, right? Honorary mention to the intro and skit. Skit is legit amazing. Like, I love the intro too, and it's another great intro and another great instrumental, but the skit is amazing. Yeah, it was maybe a good move to not spoil the essence of the song, of Shion's song, yeah. Because I was really not expecting the song to be this grand and epic. Yep. No, absolutely agree. They kind of held back, and it really works because the impact was so good. And yes, the a cappella ending in Chinese for Handong's song is poof. I just love having that on my headphones and just sitting and listening to Handong's voice. It is so gorgeous. So, hey, there you be. I love the Twitch in the intro. It was like changing CDs. Absolutely. It just totally went the opposite direction. And I appreciate it for that. Ruan, hello. Yeah, we're listing top 5s. But basically talking through all the songs in the meantime. Although I think we have a fairly... I mean, some songs just stand out. There's no judgment there. There are just some songs that are objectively really freaking awesome. Not my favorite intro of all the intros, but Skit is totally... yeah, the interlude was godlike. No, I agree. The skit is amazing. Like, I'm not listing it as one of my favorite songs, but every time it comes on, I just sort of mellow out. I love it. Starlight went so much harder than I thought it would. It is legit my favorite song on the album. Solos included. I'm a bit sad because I was hoping for an actual skit, some Laura narration, but what we got was fantastic too. I mean, we're calling it a skit because it's in the middle of an album, so it can't be an outro, but it was basically an outro with a little hook into Jiu's song to sort of tie it into the second half of the album, but basically it was an outro. Saf did the intro dirty in his reaction. I haven't watched yet because I wanted to. I've been kind of holding. I haven't watched a single reaction from anyone on anything this comeback related. I can now. Now I've done my done all my reactions. I've done my initial reaction to the MV. I've done my album listen, and I've now done the breakdown of the MV. So now I'm completely free to be spoilered, influenced, have my mind changed on Maison's lore especially. But I just wanted to hold out watching anything until that was done. So now I can watch Saf's stuff. How did he do the intro dirty? Always Maison, no dot, entrancing and beautiful. Love it. I think pretty much everyone has no dot and beautiful. Or almost everyone has beautiful and entrancing. Maison is kind of maybe 50-50. Always is kind of an outlier, I think, but I absolutely get including it. I'm just not really a ballad person. But when it comes on, especially on my headphones, I just mellow so much. It is just watching the girls reduce to tears while singing Always is... Oh, my heart. My heart cannot take. I haven't even watched your reaction yet. The English speaking heart. I haven't even watched your reaction yet. I'm leaving any reactions till I'm set on my own takes and I've really taken the album in properly. Totally get it. Oh, you don't have no dot, Hakim. Okay, that's totally fine. Almost everyone. Hakim just wants to be special. Why is it not in your top 5? It's insane. Well, that's usually not my number 1, but this time around it got me. Hey, if it gets you, it gets you. There is no denying that. Perfectly alright. Backpack Dami was a mood. With the long shirt, it was so cute. Ballads do be hitting different, yes. Yes, suffer to account, yes. The more I listen to Maison, which is a lot, I'm learning the choreo, the more I like it. I have the same. I've been streaming it non-stop and listening to most of it while I stream. It is such a good track. Like, I absolutely wake up just singing along with it already. It's stuck in my head so much. And now we finally have the lyrics. It only took forever, but lyrics on the video, and it makes the impact so much. It ups the impact so much. Probably gonna upset the entire chat, but beautiful was not for me. That's fine. I love Dami and her performance, and the production of the song is fantastic, but not by preference, sadly. Totally fine. We all have things we like and we like less. And look, I grew up on Avril Lavigne and that was totally my jam. So just Beautiful sends me back to the good parts of my teen self, and there were not a lot of good parts. So it's kind of precious to me in that way. I like Maison's choral qualities. Oh yes, like when the choir goes off. That is fantastic. I like punk. Beautiful took me back to my childhood. Yep, me too. Like my teenage, semi-angsty years. It was all very good. And just seeing her have so much fun on stage made me really happy. I somehow like Playground, but Beautiful not so much. I think it's also partially, but correct me if I'm wrong, it's just something that I've noticed in myself and have kind of gathered like around the interwebs, that for a lot of people, Beautiful is more like Yubin than Dami. I mean, Dami as a stage persona is more, bokeh and power, and also Maison, for example, or she's just super kick-ass. But Beautiful is not that. It's so much more playful and so much more Yubin than that, and that doesn't vibe with everyone. And I find it really hard to put a finger on that, but there is something in the divide between Dami and Yubin that Beautiful kind of shifts more towards the Yubin side, which probably works for you really well if you're into that side of her more. But if you're here for Dami, especially in the songs, then Beautiful might not connect with you. It was a good energy boost after entrancing, yes. But because we're doing the age thing, there is the shift between the songs is not always the best. And sometimes it works. I really like the transition from Sua into Xion, for example. But Xion to Handong makes for a bit of a lull in the album. I think, for example, Handong's number would have worked better in another spot. Like if you're just listening on the album. But I totally get why they went with age. It's the fairest way to go around it. Go about it. Sorry. Dying to post memes and gifs. I get it. We are spoiled now. I didn't expect to like Cherry at first. I don't really like that kind of song, but I dig it now. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. Cherry is not my favorite song, but that is just because that is so far from my usual music taste that I mean, I can watch the concert performance a gazillion times. I don't skip it on the album, but it's not my favorite song on the album. Not gonna lie. I mean, I'm mostly there because bias, but that doesn't mean that it is not completely adorable and so on brand for GU, who has an insane love of IU and Cherry. It combines the both of them. It's perfect for her. Though I mean, Dummy's Ratatouille cover seemed more playful too. Yeah, I forget the song name as well now. And yes, that was also more that, but that was still more powerful somehow. I don't know. I don't want to spend risking another all day on roof. So, I liked 4 too. Gives gangster film in vintage setup vibes. Yeah. 4 is not really my thing either, but it's a really lovely song. And when it comes on, I'm totally vibing with it. I absolutely love that it's so different from anything else on the album and anything in the discography. That just makes it so much fun. And, I love that they got to decide what they wanted to do. And if that for you meant this, then perfect. And I love that for her. And I'm so happy that she got to do that. Speaking of Gio, she was asked this in the Weekly Idol episode, but if you had to pick someone to protect, who would you pick, May? Ah! Of you lot? That is a tough. But you guys are already protecting yourself so well. Or of the girls? It was just a Magne face-off between Gio and Guyon on this album. Yes. I like to think of it like Dami's line in Boga, protector and a killer. We often see the killer, the attacker that Dami is, but a protector is comforting, which beautiful is. That works for me a lot. See, I interpreted the of us or of DC very well. Of you lot. Jeez. I mean, Chels would be the obvious answer as the Magne, but it's not like she doesn't call upon the teasing. And she's the instigator for half of it, so not sure that counts. Is there someone who is getting a little snowed under? I don't know. They haven't come to me if anyone's feeling unsafe. So what the ranking of Apocalypse savers from their entire albums? Oh, Christ, where it comes on the list. How dare you? Tree of Language is great. Where does it fall? This is me dying. And I'm trying to think of it objectively, because right now it's my favorite album ever because it's brand new and I've been gushing over it for days. But it's my number one is not Raid of Dreams. Oh, this is so hard though. Okay, objectively, if we're like 2 months in, I've listened to it a gazillion times. It has been in the playlist. It's just integrated into my regular listening stuff. Then where do we land? I think this is so hard. This is so hard. Okay. It'll probably end up second place. The End of Nightmare is my favorite album still, because basically all my favorite songs are on there. I really love Save Us simply because we got all the individual songs, and basically all the songs are absolute bangers and I love them all. So it's probably gonna go there with Road to Utopia in third place, followed by Tree of Language, and then Nightmare Escape the Era. And I'm stopping there. I can probably rank them all, but that's probably where it would fall. So second. But that was hard. But yes, how dare you? Sheesh. I mean, I will always answer all of your questions and I'll make it, but man, that was hard. It's from the show. And it's fucking amazing. Everyone did so good in that. And of Nightmares and Magna's fave too. It's got Piri. Yeah, Charles is feeling it. Part of me wants you to say that I would protect at all costs, but I'm sure. Honestly, you guys manage yourself so well. I don't think any of you need extra protecting. But if you do, please DM me and I will protect the ever-living daylight out of you. This is the Good Girl playlist. Are we good now? This song, especially if you know none of these, look up the video for Witch. The Tree of Language has some of my absolute faves. I do get it. I could not possibly rank right now, and I do really like the album, but I think there are other albums I prefer over it. I get that. Yeah, no, I think I'm comfortable, at least for now. It might change because I can't imagine, falling out of love with it, but I might. That it's going to stay on a solid second place for quite a while. You never got to see it. Oh gosh, we need to do a watch party sometimes or something. Need to figure it out. I have all of the episodes and they are amazing. Not finished at a video yet, but decided to join here. Hey Bella, how are you? Are we okay? Protect me, everyone scares me. Oh, Rowan, but we all love you. Bye, Twisty. Take care of yourself, okay? Big hugs. Let's see, where was I? I do agree that The Tree of Language is an amazing album, by the way. There are just albums I love more. Apocalypse Save Us is not in my top 3, but Starlight might be sneaking into top 3 B-sides. Totally get it. Shoe catcher for Charles and she isn't even here. That's fine, then it's just a present for when she discovers that it's been posted. The story in the Nightmare series is so fun. Yes. I really, really, really love it. And I love that they're so baby here. I mean, baby Hondong. Like, how is this the same woman that we've been watching and absolutely dying over now? How? The visuals and everything do so good, yes. If Chels does join, let's keep the editing a surprise. We can try. Good girls worth watching for Sleek alone. Hell yes. Seeing her get out of her comfort zone and killing every performance was such a joy. Oh, absolutely. And seeing everyone come around to her and valuing her so much. Oh, that was just fantastic. Baby Dongy, yes. The sweet child was in something. My point exactly. Like all of these sweet children were in something. Let me just remind you that something. How to become table, yes. How to become the chair in Yuyan's performance, you mean? You guys are such perverts. Like in the best way possible, but... Oh, I do love this MV. I still haven't quite figured out what the ninjas are doing here, but... She once said she likes perverted somnies. We are golden, you guys. Jiu killing us all with that stare. Also, this Dami wasn't something. They kill lies. Lies. So many lies. So wait, did the spider curse them to be stuck in the Maison as kinda ghosts and nightmares? Yes. Pretty much. All of these were in something. But yeah, the nightmare storyline is basically that Yuyeon murdered the spider, and the spider lady got her revenge by cursing them all to haunt that mansion. And they eventually escape because Idiot gives them an out of the nightmare realm. And then in UNI, Yu-young gets put back into it. They all try to find her, which is what? Where they are all stuck in that nightmare realm for a bit. And again in Piri, where they're still stuck, and they find her, and they decide that at least if they are together, then the nightmare realm is fine as well. Although they do kind of get out in Breaking Out, if you count that as sort of an alternative ending or an addition after Piri. I didn't mention something. It must have been our leader. What? What? I wish my nightmares looked like that. Amen. What is part of the nightmare series? It's basically the nightmare realm. Yuyeon's asleep in the nightmare realm still after UNI. And the others try to sort of go in or to find her / she sees them in the nightmare realm. That's why they're all kinds of stuck in places and trying to find or chase down Yuyeon. What did Nikhil do? Why is he getting roof time? My nightmares are mostly being stuck on a snake island where they keep chasing me all night at every step. I like snakes, but come on, yeah. I didn't watch something again after the show. I can't. Yeah, no, I still haven't watched the whole thing. That's not happening. Capes. Sorry. My nightmares make no sense. I tend to dream in storylines, which also means that if I have a nightmare, it is a storyline and it is freaking scary. Falling from high place dreams suck. Yes. Sleep well, Prashant. Get some good rest. We shall be there when you wake up. It must be late for you. Not sure if I missed shoes there, but I don't think so. Whee! No, I don't think I missed any. Okay, bye. That was good night. Fly high. Prequel. Cheers! Welcome, Magne. How are you doing? I heard you were having a rough go at it. You've merely adopted the chaos Chelsea Chat was born in it, molded by it. Yes. Not gonna lie, that is pretty much true. Charles, top 5 from the album. Yes, Charles, top 5 from the album. We already all did it. This all does not quite count, although that kind of does. There will be better options, though. Not drama, just that you were a little down. And only out of love, sharing with the family. That's what we do here. Spider warning. Close your eyes. Yep, we're good. Sigma home in the jungle. What if this reminds me of G-Fans Rough? Like this Fly High MV? Spider warning. No, you can't do top 14. Yep, spider gone. I'm fairly sure I already missed one. Isn't you running in this somewhere? I respect the spider, but every time I don't give enough warnings, everyone gets all upset. So I have taken to giving ample spider warning. Yes, creepy girlies. Starlight, Maison, entrancing, beautiful, and probably always. That is a very fair list. Yes, I did shut you down. I had to do 5. Everyone gets to do 5. Top 14 in the Discord, please drop it in rooftop. Spider catcher, that is not going to be a very long video. This woman was in something. Not spider catcher. I sense Spider-Catcher video would not perform all too well. No, that was kind of my point. It would be very short and very ill-received. I still haven't seen something. I was partway through Weekly Idol when this went live. Well, it's kind of good that you waited, because after that, you're done for the day. I keep talking about something because it was such a shock. And I'm looking at these babies and I'm reminded of like the few, glimpses I caught of that. And no. Just no. No. I've not watched it yet either. Well, if you respectfully, then definitely watch it. Spider-Catcher sound fun, but the video gonna end like 3 seconds. Yeah. There's like 2.5 shots in this, and maybe one acceptable one in You and I, and that's it. You just saw the outfits alone, and oh my god. My point exactly. Like, this little cutie was in something. With a little rabbit toy. I think they really did something. They really didn't watch something. I am not doing a comeback at it today, actually. Although there will be a tiny bit of Maison content in there. Mnet just dropped a relay dance, please. Yes. I'm really looking forward to that. Semi-spider warning. We're done. And their egg yolk cat a few minutes before something probably gave people a whiplash. My goodness. No one's going to tell her. Chels is smart. A starlight relay would be so much fun with these goofs. Yes. Gimme. Yeah, same show. No, I agree, but just, I mean, they were dorks that entire thing, and just being so playful. And then the next thing you know, something. That was very low on content. Fine. Xion gets weirder every day and I love her. Yeah, same. She is just amazing. I love that she's fully embraced her weirdness now. Like, she wrote on her own cards that she was basically an AI. I mean, that's just fantastic. Love Shake is still stuck in my head because of you. I managed to avoid it somehow. I don't quite know how, but I did. That edit. Yeah, there was a moment. That was definitely a mood, yeah. I mean, I laughed out loud for sure, but, oh, crap. Can't cut for shit today. Was it right about you enjoying the Something performance? I still have not watched the Something performance. I love the vocal cover though. They absolutely smashed that song. that it killed me. Yeah. I was definitely enjoyable. I appreciated it a lot. 10k love shake, yes. Let go. Let go. I'm really not sure you guys want to see that though. I mean, you say that now, but after you've seen it, I don't think that is something that you really wanted in life. Love Shake is here again because reasons. Okay, serious, that was unexpected but enjoyable. Just watch the performance on the side. Glad that you are that you enjoyed it. Yo, are we talking about that May edit? Yes, we are. It was glorious and needs talking about, but it was also, it was something. It was just something, okay, guys? It was something. And not that kind of something. Can't edit for shit today. It was kind of a masterpiece. God, I can't go on Twitter or Reddit without seeing that annoying NFT thing. So many people get into arguments already on DC because of it. I know, man. I have so many feels about it, and it sucks, and I don't wanna. I said my piece. I'm including content of Maison. I'm streaming it. I'm supporting everything DC and comeback, and I am all for it. I'm disappointment, okay? It's just, my whole me is disappointment. I noticed though that I think they all look gorgeous individually, but when I see at least 2 or more of them together, all of a sudden I can all I can think of is, oh, my favorite goofballs. I do get. They're just, we know them too well. It's just, you can dress them up all sexy, but it kinda, I mean, we know how they really are. No, it's okay, Doom. I absolutely get it. It is still very high in my mind as well. And it was definitely the talk of the day. I'm not counting this as a spider warning. That is spot on, yeah. No, I get. I might try it tonight after the live, but no promises. I do love this MV so much, by the way. It's not that I forget how much I love you and I. It's just that I always kind of forget you and I. Yeah, like I said. So does this count as a spider warning? I'm sorry if anyone was triggered by that. Before I knew them at all, I thought Gio was a separate actor, like the dude in the earlier vids. Oh, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. I mean, I kind of get it, because she gets this sort of extra special role. Oh, we have Shadow Spider, Shadow Leader, and Shadow Magne. Fair. And Hakeem, we definitely liked your art. All of the stuff that you posted, it was hilarious. Okay. Bye. Content. What? Happy times. Happy times. She looks so much older than them to me. That thought she was a teacher. I kind of get it. Especially sort of in this, I don't really have her full anymore here, But yeah, especially in You and I, with her hair or something and her clothes. Yeah. Oh, the time cop, when I was figuring out who was like, I can't recognize my bias. Oh, really? Oh, I just love that cut. That's so great. New conspiracy theory. Dreamcatcher is a 6-member group. The hired actor just never left and nobody wants to confront her about it. Accepted. Totally accepted. I really do love Gio's look in Maison. I love that they put her in that red outfit. It is just exquisite. I have no idea what I'm doing. Let me do that again. I paid no attention. I was thinking about Gio. I just thought her to nod and smile in the back. Yeah, that would not have worked well during comeback stages. I do love her in red, period. Yuyan in this era, though. Just you and I and what? It's just a thing. And this was totally the era Guyon realized she was very appealing to people. Suddenly Dami and Guyon are killing me in this comeback. I get it. I'm gonna add Handong to that list as well because that girl has been killing it. She has been taking every opportunity to shine. But Dami is doing absolutely amazing. She's been getting she got such cool scenes in Maison. And she really has been shining. She seems so comfortable with herself. And I feel like in the past she has been, like what we talked about before, like the divide between Dami and Yubin. She's started to blend that more. Like also in like V-Live's more accepting of both parts of herself and letting that distinction fade a little more than she has before. And I think it's been great for her confidence as well. Or maybe because she has been more confident, she doesn't need the large divide between Yubin and Dami anymore. I mean, one of the two. The Maison rap scene, that aggressive finger heart, yeah. If you can love something so hard that a screen shatters, then you're loving right. That guy on. That Dongi often looks like Taeyeon to me. I so get that. They kind of have a similar face shape and eye, the sort of shape, size, look thing as well. I totally do get it. Also, I need to pay more attention. This MV is just low on content. That was short. But fine, we'll take it, we'll take it. The rest of what has been a disappointment. So Taeyeon is Jiu and Yuyeon's twins too. Kind of. Although I never really, like I've said that before. I've never really confused Jiu with either Yuyeon or Handong. So that is not really a thing for me. But I totally can kind of see Yuyeon and Taeyeon as well. Although I think she's closer to Handong in terms of, yeah. Orange Dongy next comeback, everyone wins. Yeah, I'm not sure she's ever going to do that again. But like I said in another one, I wonder if she just didn't like her hair because it drew too much attention to her. And she wasn't quite ready for that. And she seems hella ready this comeback to claim the attention that she's due. So, I don't know. I would love another orange-haired Dongy era. Like, give me what hair back any day. Speaking of shoes, how the hell did they dance in heels? Yes. Like for something, right? It wasn't that high though, but... Honestly, Taeyeon to me sometimes looks like one of the elves from Lord of the Rings, and I mean it in the most positive way possible. Handong does come close to, but Taeyeon is something else, yeah. She is absolutely ethereal. And I have opinions that maybe I shouldn't share. But let's just say that I'm not surprised that she's in SM Entertainment. Yeah, for something as to his performance, I think Shore Hills. Agreed. I think so too. But yeah, they always dance in, or they often dance in heels. I mean, not always. They're usually more sensible than that, but we have seen them all dance in really high things. Jet promoting Envy You again, yes. Which, fair enough. I didn't hate it. Like I said, the whole song was fun and just fine for me. It was just kind of monotone. Just overall, she's such an elegant, graceful, and stunning-looking human being. And that's not even my type, but I cannot deny that she's drop-dead gorgeous. She is absolutely drop-dead gorgeous. I will give you that in a heartbeat. In kind of this fragile, ethereal, elven kind of way. I completely understand. Okay, what? Turning the volume down. Promise. No song. Does this count? No, I'll cut it. I'll ponder. How's my chat not blowing up yet? That reminds me, my girlfriend was wishing she was that man that performed with Dongy in the concert. I think most, if not all of us, wished we were that man. Dongy is so elegant too, just the way she talks. I just love listening to her speak, me too. Chelsea has left the chat. I don't know where Chels went, maybe. And that's fine. And yes, we are giving Chels a break today. It has been a long day for everyone. We're just going to be nice and chill. And watch Blanche Cheon be the goddess that she is. Goodness. If it wasn't for your streams, I would legit never even have noticed how many feet and shoe shots there are in Dreamcatcher MVs. There are so many, and I'm already skipping over the ones that are not extreme close-ups. I guess it's hard living a Magne life, yes. But I assume that she went to just watch something else or was called away, whatever. No one is forced to be here. It's just for fun. And especially if you're not feeling it, that is totally alright. I love this Handong scene. Just wee. I can repeat this for days. Made a period be with her. Let's not. Just for Chelsea's sake, let's leave the Piri with us. Just cause. Yeah, she'll see the finished product. No worries. My streams deserve credit for bringing spotlight to DC shoes, scarves, and crates. Yes. Just lots of weird, random stuff that you only catch if you go through an MV a gazillion times at this speed. I mean, I love long-haired Dami, but this era Dami also had something. Man. Is this edit about shoes? Yes. Have you heard the shoe catcher thing, Rowan? It's great to see feet shoes, yes. Great is important. Not Yuyeon lifting her veil. Should have told her it's a shoe catcher thing. Yeah, fine. Okay, no. Well, there's sort of a running joke here, but it's kind of also true that at least once every MV, there has to be a close-up shot of someone's shoes / feet, but usually shoes, but basically no one in Piri wears shoes, so I might allow bare feet here. But there is always at least one shot where you see someone's shoes. Someone running or someone just standing around, but it's always shoes. So Chels has been begging me forever to do a shoe catcher vid, collecting all the shoe close-ups. And I've been saying forever that I will get to it, and then I got busy, and then the comeback happened, and I got even busier. So I figured, why not just do it on stream, which is today. Crate is very important, Hakim. I was talking with a few friends after the concert, and I got to say that I absolutely love the duality of Dami. She can get lost in the mix when she wants and not get too much attention. But oh my god, as soon as she takes the stage, she just switches on and goes off. Absolutely. She's such a professional. Director of a fan of Tarantino? Maybe. Maison of shoe shots? My dude. Like, I haven't counted them, but Sua's hero landing alone is worthy of shoe catcher. Hakim the Great trying to get appreciation, yes. Are you doing this because of the adorable message you sent on the Chill channel yesterday? Yes, of course. That kind of dedication has to be rewarded. I will definitely add a little explanation because else this is going to be one hell of a weird video. But like I said, this is just going to have to... I mean, bare feet are included because all of the running stuff, no one's wearing shoes here except for the dance scenes. And it still counts as shoe catcher, damn it. Shua, how dare you. Acting moment. I love that so much. Like, legit kind of counts. Come here. That was not what I meant. Come here. There we go. Thoughts on Maison CGI? They tried really hard with the budget they had. That's my thoughts. I don't hate the CGI at all. I think they did fairly well. They especially rocked the little effects. It's mostly that the blending is off. We can talk about some of them when we get to Maison, if you want. But I do a lot of blending of different source files in like my 2D editing. And getting the lights and saturation and things like that correct is already a nightmare when you're just photoshopping, but it is so much harder when you're green screening things. So I get it. And I cut them so much slack because they probably had a limited budget and very ambitious plans and wishes. So they did really well with what they had. But I mean, it is not Blackpink level perfection or aespa level perfection. And that is seriously 100% down to budget. It isn't the bad part, I know. It's just some shots where the blending is a little off. It gets the job done. My point exactly. I mean, if they'd had like $1 million more bucks, American, not Korean, they would have rocked it more. That's just how it goes. The more money you pump into an MV, the more you get out of it. I thought Blackpink didn't like CGI, or is it just... I don't know. I think I've seen like one Blackpink video in my life. Don't pin me on anything. I already corrected myself to aespa because that is a far better example, I think. Because I think that is only green screen from like the 2 videos I've ever seen of aespa. Everyone in their bare feet. Your album got delayed? Did you just get an email? What? Explain to me the thing. I generally prefer non-CGI stuff, even if it's coming from SM. It can be a bit overwhelming for me. I totally get that. I think it works with the concept to convey what they wanted to convey. They kind of had to have it. And they did well enough with it. But yeah, I prefer this, honestly. Just sets and them just being awesome in it. But I get that this is really hard if you want to do a post-apocalyptic sci-fi theme. Aspa's concept does lend itself to it, but yeah, I don't know what the heck is going on half of the time. I think that is my whole vibe with Aspa. Delayed for local reasons, whatever that means. I don't know. But apparently it's already here, so that's something. I remember a video of Aspa with a snake. I think the CGI was well done indeed, but no expert. I'm happy with Maison too. Yeah, I think that's... Oh god, which one is that? I don't know, but I know it's in the sort of the train that it goes through, right? The train card. But I mean, I haven't looked up numbers, but I am assuming that the budget for that video was at least 3 times as high for Aspa than it was for Dreamcatcher. The Gaian and Dami parts are amazing. And they managed to get Yuyan in there fairly decently as well, followed by Jiu. Suaz has issues, but is passable. Hanang is fine as well, by the way, now I'm thinking about it. They mostly falter in the Olympic group shots. There's something off in the lighting and I don't know, there's just something in the sort of the distance to the camera that they used for both shots or something. It's not lining up great. Yeah, I think the Black Mamba thing was, I think that snake is kind of sort of part of their lore, isn't it? So it shows up a lot. Yeah, Black Mamba was the title track name. Or the bot was also the title track, but I meant track. Dami got insane scenes in a rap. Yes, those shots were flawless. You can probably look it up. That sort of stuff is fairly easily found. Let me see. Black Mamba Aspa MV cost. Google. What does it says? That's views. That's not what I'm looking for. Does it says on the tin? I don't think it says on the tin. Quick check, else I'm moving on. I didn't hate Black Mamba as a song, by the way. I mean, it was very SM entertainment, but it was fine. No, can't find it in a second. Yeah, you mean the SM sort of shared universe thing, right? I think all the idols don't even know what that is about. It's so convoluted. There's no catching up with or keeping up with that one. I think half of the idols are like, I'm just going to avoid this as a thing until someone tells me to do the thing. I very, very confused, Sean. Yes. I bet Chels and Nikhil watched it together, just like how they watched the concert performance together. I am not an SM Entertainment fan at all. And I don't know a whole deal about them, but I'm fairly certain, someone correct me, that they do have kind of a company shared universe that they all kind of fit in and move into, which is also why the group thing with people from all SM groups, I've totally forgotten what it's called, that release was not for me. Why that works. I don't anyone at SM knows at this point. Agreed. Savage and Don't Call Me and I Envy You are in the same universe. I think it's kind of like, yeah, kind of same universe, but it's so undefined that you would never know. Girls on Top is what I was looking for. So it is a giant mess that makes no sense whatsoever. Bingo! BBL? What is that, Bella? I so know too little about SM Entertainment. It's just that none of their groups connect with me, so I've never been really I never put the effort in to find out more. Which is not really a... Never mind. They're probably like, Marvel is popular, let's do that, yeah. I'll be back later. I'm sorry, I'm a little slow today. I got it. Thank you, Rowan, for translating for me. I'm so not hip. Hip to the slang. God, Shion, could you? I don't know what the point of it is at all. Yeah, me either. It is probably a money thing. That is what we're going with for anything K-pop anyway. No company does anything unless it makes them monies. We are very low on shoe catcher and breaking out, by the way. I suppose the apathy toward SM is coming from company decisions. Also, but no, just there's... Okay, SM does this thing, and I've talked about it in my reactions, because you can tell right away when it's an SM artist, clip, and or song. They do this thing overall, and I'm not saying this is true for every single track they've ever produced for all the groups, but they do this thing where where the video and the people are too smooth and sort of hyper. It's like they all went through a Photoshop filter. Like all the people and the whole MV went through this Photoshop filter that they use on models. And they're just all smooth. And they do something with the lighting that is always kind of the same. And for their tracks, they tend to keep them very sort of chugging along. And I really like more diversity in my songs. I like it when it drops into sort of a slow bit and then goes up again and into another slow bit, and you can definitely tell that the bridge is this whole different thing. I'm far more interested in that than what most SM songs offer me. So every time I try to get into SM material, I fall into the same kind of this is just not vibing with me kind of vibe. And I haven't listened to every song of every SM group at all, and I'm sure there are exceptions. But yeah, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. They love to polish, exactly. SM Entertainment. It's the company that Taeyeon is under, Red Velvet is under, aespa is under. Do they though, Rowan? I mean, I'm talking title tracks, not B-sides. I mean, their title tracks are all girl crush, big drop. For the chorus, and then just another verse, and then another big drop for the chorus, and then just girl crush. And yeah, I'm not talking about B-sides, because B-sides is where any artist can diversify and set up their real own sound. I'm just talking title tracks, just the stuff that we have MVs on, just the super official. This is leading the this is at the forefront of our public image stuff. You all know a lot about K-pop. I have this brain that can't remember like a place name or a date or whatever for shit. But ask me anything about random crap and I'll probably know it. Especially when I delve into a subject, it just sort of gets sponged up and then it never leaves again. And that's how I somehow know a lot about K-pop. SM is Sua Madness, yes. I just like music in general. Fair enough. Hey, how are you today? You caught alive. I've been following pretty much all of the stuff for a few years myself. That helps a lot. I feel like I'm missing a lot now and I don't even mind. I've always missed a lot because if I'm not interested, I won't watch it. But there are so many new groups debuting like right now and in the past, say like 7 or 8 months. Like to a year. So many new groups. So many new groups. And a group has to be really good for me to pay attention to them when everyone in there is like has the age thing where they could be my kids. So I've made an exception for Pixie and that is about it because everyone else freaks me the fuck out. Go Xion. Oh, and Mix. I did watch that because I wanted to form my own opinion. Those are 2 amazing songs. Like in one song. If they just expanded either as separate tracks, it would have been fantastic. Both. Too many. Yeah, I agree. It's making the field very complicated. A fancam of some idol from Billy has been flooding my recommendations for months. I have no idea. Gotta admit that my recommendations are pretty much all Dreamcatcher. I think I reacted to one Billy song, right? Didn't I? Didn't someone wreck that? Didn't hate it? It was a little weird. Didn't I listen to that twice? They're a very good dancer. They didn't let them do enough. That'll probably come eventually once they've when they're a little bit more established. Sometimes it takes a while. Okay, Breaking Up was a bust. I know Stray Kids, some of Blackpink, and Luna songs. Yeah, fair enough. Look, it's easier if you just stick to a few. I stick to a bit more than a few, and it is a little complicated. Center, my dear, center. There. Like some of Twice songs too, really vibe with feels. Twice is not doing it for me. I wish it did, because the girls seem kind of cute and fun. What do you want? Nothing. Fine. Sorry, cat. Surprised Pikachu vibe on what? And Rolling Quartz is awesome. Rolling Quartz needs way more recognition. Is there anyone who doesn't immediately hear this song when they see the MV? Shout out to Minx too, my ass. I know a lot of songs, but only really follow Dreamcatcher, Mamamoo, and more distantly Idol. That works. I mean, I gotta say that the only one I really keep up with these days is Dreamcatcher, followed by Stray Kids and Rolling Quartz, because I do try to keep up there. And then, it's the whole range of Idol, Chang'e, Sunmi, just a lot of individuals, but also like Purple Kiss, and of course Mamamoo, but they're producing so much individually right now. Like, I haven't even processed Moonbyul's previous album and there's already new stuff coming. Like, could we not? Let me sit for a bit. My wallet really can't handle all of you coming back like every 2 months. That's a bit much, my sweet. Chill. Two of your song, really solid rock band. I will. Do I have a rec? I think I remember the name, but if you want a more mature Twice, I can recommend Eyes Wide Open. I generally enjoy that album. The rest is too cutesy for me, but I get the appeal. Okay, yeah, I really do not do cutesy. It is just something that my brain does not want to take in. Cutesy K-pop songs are just not for me. Did that count? Kinda counted. How do I even pronounce that name, Rowan? It's way too much time and money to stand more than a few. I want us to go broke. I don't want you to do anything. But yeah, no, I follow or listen to a lot of artists. But that's just my thing. I only really follow Dreamcatcher. I'm guessing 1 week? That was weird. On us. That works better. My copy of Apocalypse Savers was shipped from Korea yesterday evening. Yes. Victory. I haven't heard from my Go yet. I know it's all been ordered, but I haven't heard an update. Wanas. Okay, I can pronounce that one. My stuff is always late too. I always have to wait forever. I don't know why. I think mostly because most of my goes go through a local person, like Igria, who then sends it off. And there's usually a delay for them to get the package and then send it along. It does save a lot on costs, but it means that it gets there a little later. Go leader messaged us yesterday and our stuff is shipped, but that will have to be redistributed again when she gets it. Yes, that always happens. Same here. So it always is an extra few days of waiting. Meh. My supplier is K-pop Island. Okay, cool. Not in a rush anyway. It'll get here sooner or later. Exactly. And K-Town for you is always so slow. For me too. Like always. I don't know why it's a thing, but they're so slow. Deja Vu is very light on Shoecatcher. I did Hello 82 this time for S version because domestic shipping, but nothing from them either. Meh. Oh, their yeah. K-Town for You's customer service is useless. Absolutely useless. Like, can we not? Some days I've talked to that thing more than my wife because it doesn't understand anything. I feel this so hard. I ordered there once and it said it was shipped, but I didn't get a tracking code. So I tried to get that through customer service, like through the bot. I gave up. I figured that it would eventually get there or not. Like one of the two. I just deal. That was such a useless waste of my time. One reason I go to them is for shots at fan signs I'll never win. I do feel that. Oh, bought a rooftop for sure. It needs permanent residence there. Spending at least 2 hours with the K-Town for You bot is a rite of passage. Oh, I have passed that. My goodness, have I passed that. Almost missed Yuyan. How dare I? Hi, Yuyan. I gotta say, I'm finding it really comforting to just go through the older MVs for a bit. I swear Chell sends anyone and everyone to the roof for no reason. Is it no reason though? Is it? Because I've seen some moments. Things have happened. Server has been interesting. Oh, Guyon, you rocked Scream. I'll never tire of this shot. Not ever. Not ever. It is so good. I wouldn't know whenever I go to the roof she's there arguing with someone. You are not wrong. Roof is overcrowded. Petition to build the new LA rooftop. Well, it's pretty full with DC there, the Dreamcatcher company there right now. Feel like that one's getting its own penthouse. I feel like my fencing club would see this scene and cringe at her dragging that blade on the ground. Oh yes, for sure, but it's so cool! Scream is still one of my absolute favorite MVs. It is so low budget and so fantastic. Like they worked with what they had, and what they had was not a lot. But they worked it. But the budget upgrade between Scream and Maison is insanity. It's so cool. She looks so beautiful. And this guy on too. Save me. Yes, you too. The red light choreo part slapped so hard. Oh man, yes. Like this whole thing is just... so good. And this Sua shot, it's the combination of the hardness of the swords in combination with that dress, and I don't know, it's perfect. It's perfect. Scream at the right amount of CGI, yes. I mean, this set could have used an upgrade, because it just ends here and you just see the lights. This could have had a little upgrade. If they'd had a little more budget to upgrade this, it would have been perfection. But it just has a few shots like this that are just complete CGI, and it's brilliant. This is fine as is. I don't mind this at all. But you can, especially like going back a bit, here you just see the lamps a little bit too much for me. Although it is kind of awesome, but you know, in the grand scheme of Blackpink and aespa, this is a little on the low budget side. I mean, not as low budget as whatever the heck Bandit's last one was, but we're not talking about that. We are never talking about that one again. The members and dancers are the focal point, nothing else to distract. Same with Pure Red set. I agree. I do really love the Maison MV though. This was so light on Shoecatcher. Sue's facial expressions are the best, and she just keeps getting better at them too. Girlie is finding herself, and it is making me so happy. I'm gonna power through this one because I don't think there's anything in here really, from what I remember, but there's some intermediate scenes that maybe power through. I keep doing the devil icon gesture randomly throughout the day after all this time. It is fantastic. Oh, there's no to be continued in Maison. No, that is true. But we all know that there is, right? I mean, they're not dropping that concept as discount. It counts. Mostly because this is my favorite Dreamcatcher song and I want something of it in there. Here, everyone, I finally made it. What are we talking about? Hello, sweetie. We are talking about a bunch of things. We've just talked about Scream and CGI, and we were now talking about how there isn't a to be continued at the end of Maison, which is a very valid observation. But I think we all know that they will be kind of connected. But it is odd that it's not there. Do we include this? I'm going to see. I'll get it. And then we'll see. Shoes, yes. You haven't missed much. No, we're just talking. You're only ally in this war. Damn kicks, yes. It is not a true comeback unless someone gets kicked, usually by Sua. Although Xion got the kick this time. We already think Nikhil's crazy. Valid. Didn't finish the theory yet. What's a quick summary of it? What did you predict for the rest of the series? I kind of predict based on the lyrics that are right now kind of like... Okay, I can't edit and say that at the same time. Sort of my conclusion for the MV for Maison is that it is telling you that people are basically saying a lot of we need to save the planet and not doing a lot of saving the planet, because saving the planet is actually kind of hard and no fun. And it means that you have to make sacrifices in your lifestyle and have to change things and accept things that you might not like. And people don't like doing that a lot. But what they do like saying is we want climate change, go fix it. Especially in politics, but also, you know, like, oh, there are already people sort of on the barricades, so we don't have to do it anymore because someone is already doing it. So from there on, I think they will probably end up building towards where it is very obvious that they, as heroes, can't fix it for us. We have to fix it ourselves. And that it is time that we step up and that they step back. That is kind of where I think we will end up going towards. Next storyline, fight against NFT goat continues. Yes. Oh man. Yeah, man. I'm still so not over that. Blech. Please someone fight for SSO of breeding. Ah, yeah, I struggle too. I've struggled the whole day. I'm trying though. The message is still so... I mean, I've talked for probably... What was it? 45 minutes? More? Almost 50? About the MV and my theories about it. And the more I talk about it, the more brilliant the MV got to me, and how brilliantly complex and how well developed the theory behind it is, and it just made me so sad. Yeah, there's a reason that video, that whole talk about the MV is 50 minutes long. That it's so hard to especially if you want to include examples that sort of add to that, to your theory. It is so hard to keep it short and concise, especially when you're still kind of working it out while you're videotaping. Sorry, I got distracted. I do that sometimes. Hey Bella, welcome back. Rowan had to interpret your there's a word for that. Your message of that you would be back. She had to interpret that because I didn't get it. Based on my observation from other stuff, it seems like the general perception of NFT is quite different in Korea than the Western world. Absolutely, which is kind of an issue when your group is mostly supported by international fans. But yeah, no, that is totally true and definitely part of the issue. I have no idea if there's a shoe catcher in... Oh, there is. High Geo's boots. Yes, there is. I remember. There's at least some. Because boots. So there's still a chance it didn't know any better or have enough time to build those plans. Kind of. But it's not like other companies haven't already had the extreme backlash that that they are kind of getting as well over NFTs. So it's not like it's new territory for them that fans do not like. It is just kind of unfortunate that it happened on a comeback about climate change. Ah, well. Ah, well. It'll either work out or it won't. At this point, I think we've made it known that we think this is a terrible idea, and we're just gonna have to roll with whatever happens. Yeah, exactly. BTS did the same thing, and their company, and they just carried on. But you know, if BTS loses a couple of supporters along the way, it doesn't really matter for BTS. Even if they lose 1% of the fandom, it still would barely register. That is a little different for Dreamcatcher. I really want to include these trainers, but I don't think I should. We consider cutting that NFT part out of the video. Might be nice as it's a separate video, and could be prudent to convince a party until you know your assumptions are true. The problem is that I can't talk about Maison without talking about that, because the two are now intrinsically linked. And do I want to repost it as a separate post? I don't know, because I don't want to give it that kind of attention. Because this is not in that sense like a hill I want to die on, in that I want everyone to boycott Dreamcatcher company or anything. That is not, or at least not Dreamcatcher. And the company is doing a lot right as well. It's just also being a company and being absolute idiots about it. I don't know. I don't know. If this gets resolved, I might recut the entire video and upload it anew and just remove this one. I might not. It just so depends on what happens next. But my emotions on it are valid, and my points are valid on it as well. And we do know things like which blockchain they're using and what the idea of an NFT is. So I really thought, by the way, there was a shot of Gio's boots in this. Oh well. So yeah, I'm conflicted about that. I'm saving this because I probably will be the ending shot. JYP did pull their plans, but not long ago, if memory serves me well. Yeah. Didn't they have a crypto thing a few years ago? Could be. I keep on thinking about doing a video. I want to add visuals along with my theories. Do it! That would be great. Drop it in the member content. I think Dreamcatcher company just follows the trend of big companies and well, money talk. Yep. This is exactly what sound to me in the form it is now. Cool. Speak your truth, May. If this is against your belief and if you're uncomfortable with it, then do as you will. You have every right to express how you feel on it. If it's your channel and your video is true. Ooh, chills. You have come back and you have drawn a conclusion that might be correct. Yeah, NFTs are never really neglectable. And that is, okay. even if they find the most environmentally friendly way of doing it, it ends up being net zero pollution, which is not a thing for NFTs, but we'll roll with the theory. Say it's net zero. NFTs will always, or at least for a long while to come, have the stigma and the reputation of being environmentally unfriendly. And if you have a comeback with a message that says we have to proactively sacrifice things in order to save our planet, especially corporate greed and things like financial gain over the back of our planet, it just will never compute. It will never be okay. Even if the environmental impact of the actual NFTs is neglectable, even if it would be environmentally positive, which is not a thing that is in any way, shape, or form possible with an NFT. Say it was environmentally positive, it would still be detrimental to the message of Maison. And that is my problem. It's not even the NFT itself in that sense, although that is, of course, a problem. But the fact that NFTs are considered environmentally unfriendly and are a symbol of corporate greed, while those two things are exactly what Maison fights against, is the problem. And that's also why it's staying in for now. And it's not like I am saying I now enjoy Maison despite of that. I just find it so sad to watch Maison, knowing that the company that made it is taking steps in the direct opposite way. That just hurts. That's my problem. That was my TED Talk. Let me catch up. What if one NFT equals the pollution of one shipped CD gives? Okay, it probably kind of does. It's different. The problem is that because I know what you're saying. You're saying basically that it is hypocritical to buy albums but not want to invest in NFTs, while they are both polluting and take up material. So probably if you calculate the whole thing, and I don't know this very well, don't pin me on it, I'm sure that printing albums and shipping them is absolutely as polluting as a bunch of NFTs. How do I explain this? This is so hard. Okay, so we have supply chains. We have a global economy where a company makes a product and products associated with it. So basically, Dreamcatcher company has a product called Dreamcatcher, and along with that product come CDs, and that is their main source of income. You can't really survive as a company if you don't exploit the asset that is your main seller. So in this case, that's Dreamcatcher Company, and they make music. The problem with that is when it goes wrong. So what we see a lot now is that people buy the albums for the photo cards, for example, and then toss the albums away. So that is an issue. That is now being addressed a bit in the K-pop company, but see, that's where that kind of stuff goes wrong. But I can accept things like a product being shipped because that is the only way for a company to survive. The problem with NFT is that it's a huge pyramid scheme where people lose a lot of money. It is like the freaking Wild West. And even if you do it right, you still support an industry that is really environmentally unfriendly and that has a much bigger carbon footprint than things like shipping lanes, because those are so streamlined. They still pollute a whole hell of a lot. Don't get me wrong. Shipping things from anywhere is a fuel nightmare, especially now. But that is sort of the cost of doing business in this industry. While NFTs are not necessary at all, except for like extra money. Also because, of course, it's a finite thing, although you can make a bunch more. But in this case, there are only, I think, 12 or something. And you just boost the prices until you get the most out of them. And doing that, you have to support an industry that is so bad for the planet. I can't formulate this well. I'm sorry, I suck at this. Ask your question while I read the rest. And so the problem is the association with the reputation of NFTs. It is a huge part of the problem. It is also very environmentally unfriendly as an industry. But yes, the real problem in terms of reputation is in the reputation of NFTs. And Jess Chels, I'm really doing a shoe catcher vid. Right now, NFTs are a way to legitimize crypto, which I hate beyond the environmental concerns. Yes. Ah, man. Oh, no, I didn't mean to delete stuff. I'm sorry. Undelete. Can I do that? I'm sorry, I deleted something. I didn't mean to. The photo cards thing is being addressed. How? It is kind of being addressed. Oh, geez. I'm afraid I did something to you, Jad. Give me a second. Oh God, read up on each other while I sort this. Why did I mute Jad? Didn't mean to mute Jad at all. View deleted message. Poor Jad, indeed. I really didn't mean to. I don't think I can undo it. Can I undo it? No, poor Jad is just frozen. I just used my thumb to scroll. I didn't mean to. How can I undo this? I can't. I give up. I'm so sorry, Jed. Please come back soon. The photo cards thing. It is. I'm not sure if they're. I know some companies are already doing this, and others are talking about it. That you can just buy the photo cards. You can just buy them separately. You don't have to buy the album anymore. If you want the photo cards, you can just buy them. I see NFTs as digital merch, just a tiny, tiny gimmick that only a handful will ever be interested in. Yeah, but maybe. But the problem is that it won't cost $5, and the whole thing is just weird because we'll all have the images. We'll all have them. They're just 12 people, or maybe one person who buys them all, I don't know, who will own that picture. NFTs are freaking weird. Anything crypto is literally not it. We're actually losing touch with reality. Yeah, I feel you. I have no questions. I just wanted to say that. Live your truth. And I realized your name is actually May. I was born in May and my initials make May. That is true. That is really cool. By the way, I hate cryptos and I'm not interested in ETFs at all. Just treating them like they bought a dozen Hummers. Well, they kind of did. But in a way that Hummers have a terrible reputation, but not as bad as NFTs. I mean, super bad optics to have an environmental message, then announce you're doing something that harms it. That! And it's also actually bad for the environment. What then? Not them ruining a part of K-pop culture. Some people love the trading and trying to find and collect all the members. Well, you still can do that. You can still... I think you can either buy them separate or get random... I don't know. It depends on the company how they're doing it. I need to read up on this. I haven't read up on this enough. Hey, Ben. Stream is chaotic but good and talking deep shit, which is always good. But no, the problem with the albums was that people literally bought boxes and boxes and boxes of them, which is great for numbers, but it also meant that boxes of albums literally ended up on the side of the road, especially in Korea. Just strewn everywhere, left as garbage after the cards were taken out. And that is environmentally unfriendly because that is just the literal waste of paper and everything that went into making them. So why not for those people who want to trade and who want to deal with the hassle of the photo cards alone, give them the option to just buy the cards and not have to go through the album. Wait, not 100 copies with limited edition numbers of 12 versions, only 12 unique ones. That's silly. Okay. The way NFTs work. An NFT is a picture. Say I make a picture of this, and I put that online. I can do that right now. I can make a picture of this and I can make an NFT out of it. That picture is the NFT. Like the original code that is generated when I upload that picture to somewhere that makes NFTs. So that picture can then travel all over everywhere. Everyone can own this magnificent picture of this little cap. But there's only one person who gets to buy the source code that comes along with the picture that I took. And that means that they will forever own the picture of this cap. That's an NFT. So everyone will have the picture. It won't be a limited edition. You won't get an actual print of it unless you print it yourself. It is just computer code, one picture of a cap that I took and then sold to you for however much money a person is willing to give for it. And because of the weird hype that amount can be absolutely insanely high. So if I make enough fuss about my little cap, I could sell the NTF of it for millions. And what would you own? You would own source code connected to the picture that I took of this little cap. Well, everyone can then have that picture of this little cap and print it and do whatever they want with it, basically. They make no sense. They are complete money grabs. And in order to make them and trade them, you need a staggering amount of electricity and computer power. They're insane. What? Hey, what do I think of? No, I don't want to mute anyone else. Sorry. What do I think about the text of Maison? I see a message about something happening in France, for example. I think it addresses a lot of bad decisions that we're making right now, and that we are at a kind of a crossroads on where we should head next. And right now we can make decisions, and pretty soon the decision will have been made for us, and we're just stuck with the end result. But I love the actual text. I'm so sorry, Chad. I am so sorry. I really didn't mean to. I just scrolled and somehow I muted you. You got sent to the rooftop for nothing, and I'm so sorry. Don't quote me, but I think Victor's company wanted to sell digital albums and only sent the photocards to buyer to save both postal and material, which I think is a fantastic idea. Agreed. Although I would also like the option to buy an actual physical album. I cherish those things. Pyramid scheme combined with an auction. Yes, exactly. And that's why you get, what was it? 76 million for a bunch of pixels? Oi! I kind of wonder why they chose to put part of Maison in LA. I think that is just stock. I feel like, but I haven't researched this yet, that at least some parts of, especially that scene, are just kind of stock photography. I know a lot of artists drawing and paintings which also do a lot of digital work. So in a sense, I do like the idea of being able to monetize digital content. It does make sense. But that is not really how NFTs work or get applied, usually. Kind of do get you running later, right? This kind of doesn't count. Do you personally think that Dreamcatcher will finally have their first win this comeback? I hope. I don't think you are on the server, my Discord. But we were talking about that, and it is such an uphill battle for Dreamcatcher. I want it for them. I really, really, really want it for them. Do I think they will get it? Realistically? I don't know. I really don't know. It would be a hell of a Hail Mary. Implementation and movement and reasoning for even having NFTs is questionable based on my knowledge looking into the topic. It is. It is basically a wild west of greed. Now, the problem is that, even if one NFT is not really a problem, the whole industry is a huge problem. The whole industry, literally could power a small country. And by small, I mean like the Ukraine small. It's not that small. Because there are so many transactions and so many NFTs, and they are still being created. So even if it's not just the one from Dreamcatcher that is a problem in terms of electricity use, the whole, I mean, if it just stays with one person, then the cost is also much lower than if it gets traded again and again and again and again, because for every transaction, the whole network needs to verify that this person has that has the rights to that picture in their portfolio, and things like that is what keeps adding on to the bill for one NFT. And that 2.0 that I was talking about, like the new version of the blockchain that they're using, they kind of go from that kind of reasoning where everyone has to say, yeah, this is right, to a kind of an extra layer where it sort of gets decided by a couple of computers, basically, that it is indeed in their portfolio, and then it gets added to the blockchain. So it takes a lot less energy. It's definitely not zero, but it is a little less bad. So that would be a great step. The problem is that they've been promising that for like 2 years, and they keep saying next quarter, basically. So that's not useful. I don't know if DC will have their first win after this whole NFT thing. A lot of people aren't streaming the album after this BS. Yeah. I do hope that blows over some. I get it, but I don't really see the use in punishing the girls for their company's mistake. Although, like I said in my other video, there is no Dreamcatcher without Dreamcatcher Company. The two are intrinsically linked, and supporting one means supporting the other. And I do get if that is past your ethics, if you can't swallow that pill. Discount. The fact that the vast majority of art NFTs is hot garbage. Yeah, no, yeah, that doesn't help, does it? You mean NFTs combined with cryptos? Kind of. You can, basically, you buy an NFT for a certain amount of money. Like making an NFT, how do I explain blockchain in a simple manner? You can't. Okay, basically a blockchain is a whole lot of computers that talk to each other that have the same information. So when I then introduce a new NFT, I say, this is a new NFT. And then all the computers has to say, oh, there is a new NFT. That is what is causing the spike in energy, not making this actual thing. The spike in energy is that every single computer has to say, oh, this is a thing. And that just costs so much money because there are so many computers and servers connected to it. So then say that I have bought this thing and I want to sell this thing. Then I have to tell the whole server, I am selling this thing. Then I have to tell it again that I'm selling it to the person that I'm going to sell it to and for what amount of money. And then I have to transfer the rights from my portfolio to their portfolio. And every time that happens, the whole blockchain, so all of the servers have to update their information, and they all need to sort of spring into action to do that. And if that happens once, it is not a huge impact. But there are literally millions of NFTs being traded every minute. So doing that again and again and again and again and again and again and again creates this or generates this massive need for computer power and energy to power those computers. And that is where NFTs sort of suck energy. I don't know if that makes it any more clear. NFTs are so silly in its this doesn't exist but gets so hyped that just translating it feels like you're making up this weird story on how people can make a lot of money about nothing, basically. Oh, and that was what I was saying. NFTs are only a very small part of blockchain. Like the most famous ones we know are cryptocurrencies, of course. So Bitcoin and stuff. And there are a gazillion cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin that all have their different values, and all of them are in your portfolio as well. So every time you make a transaction, the whole of the blockchain has to basically know that you made a transaction. That sucks. NFTs are usually bought with crypto, yes. Hakeem, I wish the timing had been different. Just after the comeback, please. You can wait a month, a few weeks, probably a month if we do a B-side, to make your money. It didn't have to be now. It did not. Just don't. Come on. Give the girls at least a couple of days to just enjoy themselves, man. Yeah. The way that people are handling this NFT on Reddit and Twitter and wherever else is giving me massive headache. I do get that. I do get that. People do have a tendency to go off on the internet. But there's a difference between going off and having a valid point in that this is not okay. Because it just isn't. You basically have two different methods of ownership validation right now. Proof of work, where basically the entire network works to validate everyone's purchases or mined crypto, and like it is completely unnecessary. Electricity, where were we? For example, no, that's not what I was. Oh, and proof of stake, where only part of the network needs to validate something. Yes. And they really should have waited until after the win, or at least until after a comeback, because just let them have their comeback. Damn it. Like, it's completely unnecessary. Electricity, for example, is needed in the modern day. Pixels aren't. Agreed. Both do require quite some work and will use up some energy. Yes, but that second method is a lot less polluting in the sense that it needs less computer action. Why are idols obsessed with taking the MBTI test over and over? I don't know. The whole of K-pop is absolutely obsessed with that test. Play something, Dreamcatcher. No. Being greenery doesn't work here. Although I wouldn't mind hearing that song again. Domi was even talking about pies and MBTI. Oh, that is a mood. I don't know. It's a thing. But they also like, it's also, I think it's kind of Korean in the sense, or Asian maybe. I don't know a lot about other Asian countries. But they also put a lot of stock in zodiac and just a lot of, you were born under this moon in this year, and that means that you are, just like blood type, for example. Your blood type is really important. It says a lot about you, apparently. So I kind of get that they're also obsessing with that test, because it's kind of the same thing in a way. I was INFP, but now I'm ESTG. Yeah, I don't know. Why did Chelsea have to uninvite Green? But I know, right? We could have used them. Blood types. Well, your MBTI depends on basically how I can fill it in 4 times now probably and get a different result every time because I'm filling it in, for example, for when I'm in a business mode or when I am in like more of a sort of don't want to adult mode, for example. If I just try those two, those complete opposites in myself, I will get a different result because you just fill in the answers differently and you will either be more extrovert or introvert, for example, especially if you're already on the edge of it. For example, my wife is kind of exactly on the cusp of it, kind of like Shion is as well. And it just depends in which setting she is in, if she is more extrovert or introvert. So if she were to fill it in for like for work or for private life, she would get a completely different answer. I know, right? I don't think I would go from intro to extro. No, but if you're already on the cusp, it just depends on your mood when you fill it in where you end up. You may do MBTI. I took it once and I've already forgotten. Somewhere in the greens, an introvert. 1.5k MBTI. That is fine. Make it a goal. I will definitely do the test on a live stream for when I get to 1.5. That sounds like fun. Take a new MBTI every new 250 subs. You guys are going to get so bored of me doing that test. You do not want that. Do reconsider that goal. When's the giveaway again? That is a really good question. Was it now? I don't think it was now. I think it's next week. With the comeback, my whole schedule and especially in my head went boom. I think it's next week. I give 2 weeks. Next week, Thursday. I should promote that again. So much has been happening. I just forgot. There's very little shoe catcher in what I just saying. I don't know. That is stuff that my brain does not put a whole lot of value in the terms of remembering when it is. I know it's not now. What the price again, NFT? Yeah, that is never going to be a goal. Just saying. Odai Shion, I know I'm dying too. I'm also low-key dying about Odai Suwa. And Dami. Odai was such a mood. Hi, Chiyu. Goodness. Yeah, Dongi. It was so good to have you back. So little shoe catcher in this MV. Maydays find joy in everything. The stream has been about shoes after all. True. Yeah, hi Shion. Guy on sticker face. I'm still not entirely sure why they put those stickers on her, but I'm not gonna complain. It is cute AF. I'm also never going to complain about this. Never. Shu and I. Exactly. I think it does connect Odai and Maison. There are moves in it, of course, that kind of connects, but I also think that it's kind of a continuation. Like we have this world that is sort of sliding down and you have to find it in yourself to change. And you have to find kindness in yourself and find utopia in yourself. And if you do that, you end up like in the Olympus path. And if you don't do that, then that is not where you end up. And you end up with a broken world. I think it's emoji stuff, like comments from the internet sticking to her. That is never even considered that. I agree with it. Like they kick us in both choreo. Also true. Blindfold Jew. Oh yes, that is an amazing shot. Paying 0 attention from the start. Sorry, I had to go again. But who cares, because it's because, and because it's awesome. Powering through it a little so we can do Maison, because else that would be just a waste. But it's almost 10, so powering. I do love that Xion gets to kick a dancer. This is a really good video because it's amazing. Members coming in one after another, yeah. Finding utopia inside themselves could have caused an ascension from tree spirit to goddess. I am 1000% on board with that one, Bella. That works. This counts. Fight me. No, I'll just take until here. This is so much fun if you rewind it. Oh gosh, sorry. That just made my evening. Ooh-wee. That made my evening. 100% counts. Good. I don't know what's up with the severe lack of shoe shots in the newer MVs, but I agree. We lost the shoe catcher edge. What is this fuckery? Is the background music going to be Piri? No, that is just sad. I'll probably do the Starlight instrumentals. Sorry, I was paying 0 attention. I am not putting instrumental Piri behind it. Not happening. That's too sad. Poor Magne indeed. And it would crush Chels, I know. Bye, Rowan. I'll be ending the stream in a little bit, so I'll probably miss your return. But it's been fun having you. Thank you. Yeah. The guy on top-down view showed a 7-part circle, so 7 goddesses, maybe for 7 virtues. But there were more than 7 statues, though, yeah. Like, I interpreted that scene as kind of a judgment, like a hall of judgment. And it being more of a tower, because at the bottom, when you're judged, you're at, like, the start of ascension. Can we get the opening of Piri at the very end? Just last second of the video, maybe. No spider warning today randomly. I did! The only one I didn't warn about was the shadow spider. Come on. I do love Because so much. And the MV is so great. This look on Guyon is just Innocent Magne galore. Well, that was not a letdown. First time adding Maison to anything. Oh, I meant for this real life Spider-Man. He should have worn me. Yeah. I'm not that good. I really do love these little CGI things. The effects are really good. Like these stones that just pop. I really do love that. New trees? New trees and what? Well, these guys are so much fun. I love the sound effect of the stones, me too. This is just such a hero shot. I'll never not love this. And really, this outfit on Geo is doing my head in. Just save me, guys. Do we know anything about those guys with the interesting masks or helmet or wherever they are? Nope. Only speculation. All the speculation. Lack of sleep. Yeah, you need sleeps. Yuyan is looking insanely good in this shot, by the way. Just saying. Like that little... Just flawless. I do really love that. The bronze version of this versus the marble version in Olympus, where here it's chained. Looks so good. I mean, these kinds of shots are fine. This is impressive enough. This works. Xi'an is well integrated. This is fine. This works. You can almost imagine that she's actually there. Just a little bit there. That is a little iffy. But this works. And this works too. The light kinda works. Good enough. It's these shots that are a little problematic. These just don't work really well. The theme of this will be to scavenge for new shoes in this apocalyptic world. Yeah, there are not a ton of shoe catcher in this. Shoe catcher shots in this. But yeah, this just this is not the most perfect CGI that ever happens. Do I mind it? Not really. It is decent enough. Yeah, good. It won't be long. Yeah, this is the shot that I was that we were talking about, right, Bella? Sorry, my throat is really dry. I love this shot. It's the same statues as the one holding Geo later on. Fantastic shot. And it really does feel like sort of a hall of judgment with all of them just lording over her. It does kind of look like the Hunger Games wheel. And the CGI here, I have nothing to complain about this scene at all. It is wicked good. I have zero complaints about this. Ah, cat. Jesus. Sorry. The hands could hold earth with plants like in a jacket shoot, then the fire. And yeah, Jiu does it in the Mnet countdown one from today, where she walks on stage with the plant in her hand in that same posture, like holding it in this cup. Love it. Yay, welcome home. Just a lot of talking and going through Maison a bit, and just, I really like the CGI, it works. This is the one shot that is a little iffy, especially around the feet area, but I don't mind it because this one works again. I mean, that is one hell of a big chair compared to Dami, for example. I'm going to refer to her as Evil Dami as well now. Yeah, she's kind of a sort of a, has a bit of a Sith Lord thing going on. Evil Dami is amazing. I feel you. Miss Dami, please levitate me. Yeah, I feel this. But this scene works as well. She's integrated well. The blending works. This is just straight out of Mass Effect. Fight me. This is amazing. You think they might be new trees of language or just a symbol of rebuilding the world? Either. Be my side. Such a good rap, and then they do Be My Side. I am going to freaking, yeah. But yes, her boots in this are amazing, and I'm ignoring Be My Side. But yeah, this shot is everything. This. Her bots. The finger heart, yeah, just snap. Imagine your love going that hard. This one almost works CGI-wise. This works better. It's always good when she gets when they have a little distance to work with. I did try to blend her well. This kind of works, except that there is zero purple cast off on her. Like a little bit here eventually. Like literally someone brushed a little bit of pinky purple on her. But this works well enough. This Yuyan outfit is insane, I agree. It looks so good on her. Like holy hell. But yeah, everyone can fight me on this Handong. This shot of Handong, along with the later on one when she's in that little bit darker, just this. This is where Olympus gets let down a little. Like the integration from faraway shots, and especially in the group scenes. But this is really well done. I have no complaints about the portal traffic thingy. Oddai Handong is unrivaled, I'm sorry. Ooh, no, she might have been... Ooh, they're close, I don't know. I just love that we get to see her tattoo. It makes me so happy. I was expecting some rose blue stuff in this MV. No, definitely not. I don't really like the two-tone hair on Yuyeon, but man, she still looks good. I don't really like it in real life, but in this MV, I'm living for it. Maison Dong is a bit more powerful, yeah, and I kind of like that. This Shion is mood. And this Dongi outfit is I'm also kind of living for that. Shion is an aunt. Yes. I mean, it makes total sense. They are kind of getting on in age, and her sister is older. So And getting on in age, I mean that in a age where you start having babies, basically, not in a they're old, because, oh hi. This CGI sucks. I'm just going to, there is zero blending and everyone can suck it. This CGI is terrible. Strong Dong and Weekly Idol though, I know, but they did it wrong because there was technique involved she didn't know. This looks horrible. No one is blended. There is no light cast off here. This should be lighted. This should be lighted. It should glow blue instead of orange. Forget this. This sucks. And it sucks here too. This is definitely just them walking on a green screen and they kind of tried to make it work and it didn't. It's an awesome hero shot and we'll work with it, but no. Just hell no. Well, this is fine. Except that the light is slightly off on her. Like you can see that there is nothing holding the light back here. And the only thing that gets actual real light is her belly. But her face, like her whole upper torso, are not lit. Not enough for the environment. Same here. She's in the shadow of nothing. She should be brighter. But I don't mind it that much because it does kind of work. This is a little choppy. It should be a little more, where should we have gone? It should have been a little more, I don't know, just bright, probably more along the bluish tones. But I would have had to try that out. There's something that doesn't work with the color blending. But I am not mad at it. It works, just like this one works. Even though she is not really reddened, they made her more orange, which matches the rest of the setting. And because we have this shot, this one works. Plus her tattoo, and pff. It does kind of look cartoonish, but I don't mind it. This is such it fits with the lyrics and it is ethereal and we come off this, so everything is better than this. I'm not mad at this, and I'm not mad at this at all. This works really well. It reminds me of some hastily put together collage work. Yep. See, this scene is completely CGI as well, I think. Because she is obviously standing on nothing. I don't know what they did with the shadow, but they forgot to add it. So she is dropping in on a green screen. That must have been computer generated otherwise. Which is fine. She gets a shadow once she has landed, kind of. It just drops in here, which is way too late. Because she's already standing. She just, as soon as my knee goes down, I get a shadow. Fine. Works for me, girl. And you can just see that it's not really blended well. Her hair does this thing that is not super flattering. But it is so cool that you just do not notice or pay attention to it. But here as well, she is standing on zero shadow. Definitely not on that table. So someone tried really hard with that one. But they didn't get it. You can see it here as well. It's just they backlit her with two sharp lamps. So especially here on the shoulders and here, but this is less bad because we see that there is light here. So we don't mind this one very much, but this one is too bright here. So, and there is something in the sharpness as well that is not really working. Of course, she has to be more in focus than the background, but the background is too unfocused here. It's just so to pull attention to her, which makes sense, but breaks sort of realism of the CGI. Well, this is just fine. This works. I mean, obviously the lettering is terrible, and it doesn't really make sense in the sort of on the horizon, but that's fine. It should have been a little less. The background should go up a little less quickly, because now Yuyeon looks tiny. But it works. It's fine. This works fine. This is not a problem. I can live with this. This whole thing we're not talking about. This again is an interesting one because there is no cast off of the pink anywhere except for the actual effect. So she doesn't have any pink glow on any of herself. Not even her hands. Like her fingers are completely skin color, which makes this effect a little less effective. Not that we mind. It still looks really cool. But it is not. And yeah, this has the same problem. She's obviously just been sort of put into this. Like she's not really standing on anything, and this is the transition is too sharp here, and it's the light. I don't know exactly what they did, but I can tell you that it's the light. It came probably from directly above her. While in the actual scene, it comes from behind her, from the chandelier here. So this makes no sense. And this should be way more lit. So that's kind of why it's not working there. I have no idea. Maybe we can find it. But it seems, I mean, I did a little search and apparently it's really difficult to find those numbers. I hadn't expected it to be that difficult. This geo works, by the way. It's far enough away and she's color graded perfectly. This also works because they made her a little purple. It is obviously fake, but we don't mind. This is fantastic, and this is where half of the budget went. I will tell you that right now. Like half of the MV budget went into this shot. And they did a decent enough job sticking Geo in there, although you can definitely see that the light does not match up and she should be more yellow. With a little blue cast off now that it is blue. But yellow. This one's fantastic. Lighting works. You can definitely see that it's darker here, lighter here, and they lit her perfectly from that angle. That is not a problem at all. That one works. I am totally fine with this one. I mean, it's not stellar, but fine. This one is probably my favorite of the small effects. It works so well. It is not complicated. It is fairly well wrapped around her hand, or her hand is wrapped fairly well around it. There's only here one little splotchy thingy that doesn't work. The rest works really well, and the effect itself is such a nice ripple. It is so satisfying. And of course her mouth helps. She's so cute. This is just this one's terrible. This hurts. This is just someone gave up. There's this. They're just so not blended. I come to some. And the lighting makes no sense. There is a light coming from here. Well, obviously there is not a light coming from here on the pillars, so there's something here that is not working. There is a light coming from here on the CGI statue because there's a shadow here. So this one makes no sense again. There is darkness here. Well, we had already established that there is a light source that comes from here because this one is lit. And there is a portal there that is casting no lights on anyone or anything whatsoever. Plus, they should be way brighter. Way brighter. And more yellow. Because their environment is yellow with just a little cast off of the purple. And they're just pure whites and way underlit. As this is not working for me. This is the we need to wrap this up now, right now shot, yes. But no, I'm not judging it. I'm just going through it for shits and giggles. I'm so proud of what they managed to accomplish. This one works, by the way. This one's fine. And this is that same shot with the same issues. I'm mad at it, but it's fine. This one is just amazing. And who is going to notice because Handong? But no, I'm not judging. This takes so much money and so much skill and it's so hard. But this is what I do for a living, basically, just in 2D. So going through this much CGI, I just can't help notice that things don't work. There are no shoes. I was looking for them. I don't think I missed any. This works also really well. As you can see, you have the portal here, and they actually extended it into the columns. They made this purple too. And they tried on Handong. It just didn't really get there, but it's fine. You don't notice too much. And this works great again. I'm not mad at this one. This works great. But no shoe catcher. But we went through it. It was fun. It was kind of, Sua's scene does have kind of this, but it's a little too far away. I want to include it just because. I love this shot. It's so nice. Almost like the live action lighting director never saw the extra shots prior to filming. It's odd. Yeah, exactly. Well, they do really well with most of the lighting in this. It's just that one shot that they just did not get. I'm going to cut it for shits and giggles and then I'm wrapping this up because the wife will be home in like 2 seconds. Ah, Sua. This superhero shot of Sua is ending me. I know Maison needs to go to the rooftop. I've cut this just for shits and giggles and I will see if I might use a zoomed in version of it. Oh, yet. Yeah, I get it. It doesn't feel right feeling compromised when it comes to our girls. No, but you know, they did amazing. I really am super proud of Maison, and it got such a huge budget upgrade, and it is so interesting. So no, I'm not mad at it at all. At all. I think it was really good. It's just small things that my how do you call it in English? Sort of like when you can't unsee things because it's your profession. There's a really good word for that in Dutch. But I don't think there is in English. I don't trust this anymore. I took a sip just now and I got a whole mouthful of cat hair. That'll work. All right, lovelies. I think we've gone through all of them. It is way past time. And my throat is dry, so I'm going to make food for the missus. And tea for myself. And I will see you on the Discord. Yes, that was it. Thank you for attending. It has been much fun and very soothing after the day we've had. I enjoyed it a lot. Thank you so much. You guys are all awesome. See you soon. Bye.